It's graduation season, and if you want to learn to make your own graduation card, then keep watching, because I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous graduation card from shapes in Cricut Design Space. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your Cricut machine and become your own designer. And today we're making this gorgeous graduation card, all out of shapes in Cricut Design Space. I have to say, I find making anything with shapes really easy, but this graduation cap had me flummoxed, but we got there. So let's head over to Cricut Design Space and I'm going to show you how it's done. But before we go, I don't personalise this, but what you could do is cut out some extra letters to add to the top of your graduation cap. If you want to do it for the year, you can cut out a 26 or a 2026, or you can cut out a name and personalise it, or make your scroll solid and personalise that by slicing some letters out of that. But I'm making this card just so that I can show you how to make it, so I will put it in my card collection so I've got it ready for when I need a graduation card. Okay, so let's get over to Cricut Design Space and let's make graduation cards. So we're going to open up Design Space. We've got a new canvas and we're going into the shapes, and you're going to grab a few shapes. So you want a triangle. So we're going to get a triangle both ways because we're going to use a few of these, two of the fatter triangles. We want a circle, so put that to one side now. We want an oval and we want a square, plus a rounded square because we're going to use that for the outline of the card. So we're going to start with that, and we're just going to make our outline first. So this is going on the front of a card. So we're going to go to the offset tool, make an offset and click apply. You can make that as thick or thin as you want. Select all and slice the top at the bottom. And there's your card frame. And then we're going to build everything to go in the middle now. And we're going to start with the graduation cap. So we're going to grab the triangle and unlock it. And now we're going to drag the triangle so it's like really fat but squashed, so that it's that sort of shape. And then we're going to duplicate it and flip the piece we duplicate so that it's upside down, and we're going to put that together, but we're going to move that smaller because we're trying to create the distorted shape of the top of a cap from an angle. Once we're happy with the shape, you might have to just mess about with it. We're going to make the bottom of the cap. So we're going to grab a square, drag it wide, then we're going to get the oval shape. I'm just going to change the colour of the square so I can see what I'm doing a bit and send it to the back. Right click to send to the back. I'm going to drag my semicircle bigger, and you want to slice this out of the bottom of the square and make it so that it cuts off the corners. So select all and slice. And now you've more or less got the shape of the bottom of your cap. So you're going to pop that in there. Doesn't look right at the moment, but trust me, we are going to duplicate that, put that onto one side just in case, and just shape it and size it. So it wants to come in a bit and it wants to go up a bit, so that we're changing it so that it's a little bit smaller, so it's like going to fit around the head. Now when you change this black, you can see we've got our cap, so we might just drag that even a bit smaller, select all and weld together, and we've almost got our cap shape, but we need a tassel. So we're going to go and grab another square, and what we're going to do is we're going to unlock it and just drag it really thin. So you want it nice and thin because this is your hanging piece, but not too thin that you have to cut it out, because I made mine too thin and had to change after. So now grab a circle. I'm duplicating one, putting it to one side just in case. I am going to just pop that on there, select all and weld those together, but we need a tassel on the bottom. For that, you're going to grab the upside down triangle. So I'm just going to size this a bit smaller first. Then I'm going to grab this triangle and I'm going to flip it. So we want it to be smaller, or just turn it round. And then we're going to pop it in to the circle so that the point of it goes right inside it, so that it looks more like a tassel. Then we're going to select all and weld that together. Now we're going to grab the other triangle we've got at the top. I'm just going to size it first. That looks about right. So you can see now why to make the stalk or the hanging bit thicker. I'm just going to pop the triangle in there and slice that out. So I'm just taking the chunk out. I don't want to take loads out and make it hard to cut. Now I'm going to flip my triangle round and I'm going to do the same again, but I'm going to do this as an angle. I don't know what that sign is at the top. I've never had that before. I think it might be that tiny little spot in the middle. It's saying it's too small to cut. But now I've got that, I've sliced my just 2 triangles at the bottom at different angles, and that give the effect I wanted. Select all and weld it together. Now this is the bit where I just grab a square, pop it in and just overlap, just so that I can make that little bit a bit fatter. That's better. Now we're going to go on to make the card. And you've got a few things going on here in Design Space, but we want to now get a star, and we're going to add an offset onto it, but I want to show you this. So I've got my star and I want to add an offset, so I'm going to go up to edit and the offset tool, but you can't see the star and you can't scroll it across, so I'm going to cancel, then I'm going to scroll the star across. Now when I go to offset you can see it, so you can do that before you go into the edit tool. It's a bit frustrating, but as long as you know it's going to happen, or you can scroll back across. So I'm just going to create an offset for my star, and then we're going to add some text. So I'm going to click on text and type in graduation. I'm doing it all in capitals. I don't know what font I'm going to use yet, but capitals work better when you're building a file that you want all of the letters to touch. Now I procrastinated ages here, but I ended up going for the Little League font, which is a free font in Cricut Design Space, because I thought it really worked with graduation. But you'll notice that the letters are really far apart, so we're going to get rid of the sidebar. We are going to, we're going to go back into edit, and we want the letter spacing, and we're going to reduce that right down so that they're almost touching or nearly touching, because we want them closer together. And then we're going to curve it, because what we're going to do is curve them round. And at this stage I still hadn't decided what I was doing, but it all came to me as I evolved. And I'm looking now and there's a circle, thinking actually that would really work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my shapes, grab a circle, make the circle bigger and create an offset. The offset tool really is brilliant for everything. Create the offset, click apply, slice it out of the center so you've got just the outline, and then you can pop that in. And I'm going to make that bigger, and now when I go back to my graduation I can make sure that it fits around my circle, and that's holding everything together, because not all the letters are touching the top, but it's all touching the circle. Now what you've got to make sure here is that everything overlaps, because if it doesn't it won't be attached. So I'm going to make sure that everything's overlapping. I can make it a bit bigger if I want to, but then when I'm happy I'm going to select all, making sure that it's all attached and overlapping slightly, and I am going to weld that together. Now I can pop my outline back on and weld that together as well, but if you look, the bottom's not touching, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to unlock it and just drag it down a bit and just change the proportion ever so slightly, so that now when I weld it I can make sure that everything's attaching, which is really important. So now I'm going to grab my graduation cap and I'm going to put that in the middle, but I'm going to start to also build up the stars. What I want to do before I weld that is I'm going to duplicate it, because I want to layer that, so I'm only going to have one hat in black, you'll see in a minute. And I'm going to arrange a star at each corner just to fill those corners. So I'm just going to duplicate it, and then I can just alter the angles. I've just moved that, so I've just gone back there, and I'm just going to hover over the corner to turn it round. But we need a scroll, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my shapes and I'm going to grab, it's like a pill shape, so if you see it's above the oval, so I'm going to grab that, and then I am going to also grab a square and I think a triangle, the long triangle. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these into a scroll. So we're going to click on that shape and we're going to unlock it at the top and drag it. So you want to drag it so it's really quite thin like that. And at the moment it doesn't look like it's ever going to be a scroll, but trust me, we're going to drag a circle. So I had a spare circle. If not, just grab one from the shapes bar, and we are going to drag that really thin and long, like a shadow almost, and then we're going to hover the circle over the top and slice it out. So we're going to right click, I'm going to duplicate it so I've got one for the other side, and slice. And that's how we're making the end of our scroll. So get rid of that, do the same on the other side. Right click, slice, and get rid of those, and there's the start of our scroll. So what we're going to do now is we are going to create an offset on it, I think. So if you want it solid, you can use it like this and just put the bows on, but I want to have it open. So create an offset, click apply, and then slice the center out of the offset, and that's going to give you your shape for your scroll. How clever is that? Then we're going to get the square, drag that into the middle and pop it into the middle so that you've got almost like the tie piece in the middle. So that's going to be like your ribbon. And then now we need to make our ribbons that come off the scroll. To do that, we're going to grab those pieces that we sliced off earlier. We're going to just angle it round and unlock it so that we can drag it to make it a bit wider and pop it like that. So that's what we want it to look like, but we want it to have like a ribbon effect at the bottom. So we're just going to slice a piece out. So we might have to, well, we will have to drag this out of the way because the scroll is going to be in the way and I didn't weld that together. So I've got rid of that, undo that. So just right click, select and slice, and there's our ribbon. So now all we need to do is duplicate that and flip it for the other side. So we're going to reposition that, pop that on there. You can unlock it, you can turn it round and adjust it so that you can make it look how you want. You can sort of distort it if you want to. So I'm happy with that, I think. Then I'm going to duplicate it, flip it and put one on the other side too. So you can either use the flip tool or you can not put it upside down, but turn it round and put that on the other side and drag it in. When you're happy, weld that together and you've also made your scroll. So now we can make sure that it is welded and pop that into our card as well. And all of that we've made out of shapes. So we're going to size it, pop it up, we can put it at an angle. We can, well actually it looks alright straight, but I think in the end I did it at an angle. So just use your corners to rotate it to get the angle you want. And remember that you want to get it all touching as much as possible, because everything needs to be touching something and it all needs to be connected to the outside to stay together. So now I'm just creating some more star offsets and we're going to just put some more stars just in between the hat and the scroll, just as a bit of a design feature. So I fast forwarded this bit just so that you can see where I position my stars, but I'm just using 3. To be quite honest, I really couldn't decide where to put them and faffed about quite a bit, but I ended up with 3 stars all in different directions, just as a bit of a detail. So then right click, select and weld those together. You want to size at this stage and make sure that you've measured your card, so this is going to fit on the front of your card, and make sure that your duplicate cap is the same size, and you're going to cut that in a different colour. So now I've duplicated it and I have gone onto the contour tool and removed all of the contours, and that is going to make my back layer to add a bit of detail. So now we're at cutting stage. I have sent it to cut and I can see my 3 layers there in 3 different colours. So I'm cutting the back in a beigey goldy cardstock, the top layer in a bronze or gold glitter, and the extra cap in black glitter. So here we are cutting out. So I went for a slightly golder card, but I love this one. It's like a coppery one. So we'll just get it cut out. We can see how well it's cutting on the Joy Extra. Okay, so we've just cut out. So I've just peeled it off the mat and forgot to press play. So it's one of those days. I've changed the colour at the last minute. So I've gone from this bronze to more of a copper because I just wasn't happy with the colour. Even though I decided to change my background, I still wasn't feeling it. So yeah, I've gone for that and I'm really happy with that. I'm going to use sticky pads and my Cosmic Shimmer glue. So I've popped the sticky pads on the top of my hat, or my, what do you call graduation caps? Cap. So I'm going to pop that on there. I might just cut a tiny bit of sticky pad there. I could go and get a really small one out of the drawer, but I don't know if I can be bothered to walk the ½ metre. So I'll just cut it out of this. I'm going to cut those down anyway. I'm just going to pull that little bit off there and just pop that under there, so not big enough that you're going to see. We've either got French bulldogs and pugs snoring today, or cockerels outside, so that's the sound track of the day. So now I'm just going to make sure that everything's cut through all right. It has. I'm just going to go through and add my glue. I'm going to try and add it as thinly as possible and just add little dots at the top of the letters. I don't want loads because I don't want it all leaking out on my project. So just little dots all the way around. I think the stars will be fine. I'm not worrying about the stars. They're too fine to be worrying about getting glue everywhere. Little dots on all the letters at the top. Yep, got those. If there's anywhere that you think is too much glue, you can always wipe it off. And it's better just to go around and do it like this than have to worry after. But this is clear drying glue, so even though some may overlap and spill, it doesn't matter as much. I love how that works with the colour of the background. So now we're going to put our sticky pads on the back. So 5 sticky pads, 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle. And I've cut them in half just because you don't need a full one. It saves money. When you're making a lot of projects, it all adds up, doesn't it? It's things like sticky pads that you don't realise how much you spend money on. So I'm going to stand up to place that. Make sure my card's open the right way. There is my graduation card, and I'm super pleased with that. So as I say, you could personalise it. We could do the scroll a different colour and do another layer, or just put a piece of cardstock underneath. Put a name or put a year on there. And how did you find that? Super easy, isn't it? It's just about, again, I'm like a broken record, getting your head round creating with shapes. And as I say, this one challenged me a little bit. Once you start creating, it all sort of evolves, and it's stuff like making sure you connect all your letters and just having a strategy to do that. And I love this circle effect. That works really well with these cards, and something I'll use a lot going forward too. What I'll do is I'll drop a link to my playlist with all of my card making projects. So if you are inspired and want to make more cards out of shapes, then I've got lots of different techniques. So I'll drop the link to those in the card, wherever that may be. I never know what corner it's going to be on. And I'll drop a link to that below. Any cards you want to see me make, please comment and let me know. If there's anything you think, right, I really want to create that, but you can't get your head around it, let me know. I'll create a tutorial. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I will see you next time, and happy crafting.